Hi, it's Dr. David Greene, founder and CEO of R3 Stem Cell, the global leader in regenerative cellular therapies. Today I brought along a friend. His name is Ron. Hey Ron. His actual name is Neuron. So Ron here is smiling, and he's happy because he has all of the functional integrity of a typical neuron. Okay? So what is that? Well, let's just say that his face is the cell body, and let's just pick an eye as the nucleus, all right? The hair of Ron are actually what's called dendrites, and they accept the transmission of either sensory or motor to then facilitate transmission through the rest of the neural network for an action to happen, okay? It might be vision, it could be something motor like catching a ball, you get it. All right, so once these transmissions are received, it will come through the cell body and into this, which is called the axon. All right? Now, the axon is basically the nerve, and it's covered by these cylindrical components that are called myelin. Now, myelin sheath, because it goes all the way around the axon, this myelin sheath acts as an insulator for the nerve. So it helps with faster conduction, and it maintains the integrity of that conduction so it doesn't drop off, okay? And then as it gets to the end of the axon, it then goes into the synapses where it will then be transmitted to additional dendrites and neurons, all right? So Ron's pretty happy. Now, I put together this model, but basically it's the same thing in the sense that here are the dendrites in a little bit more three-dimension, and then the nucleus, okay? And then it comes down through the axon, which is still in gray, and covered by these yellow myelin sheaths, all right? Now, in the central nervous system, myelin is made by what's called oligodendrocytes. In the peripheral nervous system, it's made by Schwann cells. All right, we'll get back to that later. And then at the bottom, you have these synapses where it then gets transmitted on. All right, what happens in multiple sclerosis? The problem in multiple sclerosis is something in the body's immune system starts to attack your own myelin. And without the myelin, you then open up the axon itself to potential damage. So you start to lose the myelin. The body is not replacing it as fast as the immune system is eating away and disintegrating it, okay? So in this model, you see where there's some of the myelin that's been lost. So that may not be a big problem to begin with, but over time, that immune system working against itself starts to eat away at the axon as well. And it can produce scar tissue, which can irreversibly cause this axon neuron to malfunction, okay? So traditional medications have not been able to reverse any of that or prevent that process from happening, especially when it gets to secondary progressive MS. All right, so let's talk about how stem cell therapy can help individuals with MS. First of all, stem cells can promote repair of the myelin sheath. It can stimulate those oligodendrocytes to produce myelin in the central nervous system. In addition, stem cells can suppress the immune system working against you, and it can stop the action of those immune autoantibodies eating away at the myelin sheath. Another thing that stem cells can do is promote new blood flow to bring in more oxygen and nutrients to the area to help with reformation of that myelin sheath. And one other thing that it can do is, let's go back to the defective model here. If you already have loss of myelin, One of the problems is that it opens up the axon to irreversible damage. But what if something was able to stop the axon from being damaged, even if that myelin was lost? It can still then conduct electrical impulses through the neuron, right? So that's another thing that stem cells can do, is they can not only provoke new myelin sheath formation, but they can protect the axon when that myelin has been lost. And these are things that traditional medications just can't do. So that's a brief overview of what's happening in multiple sclerosis. Visit us online today at r3stemcell.com. Lots of educational information there and on our YouTube channel. And then give us a call at +1 844 GET STEM, and we'll set you up with a free consultation. Thank you.